There are moments in life when we feel as though something is missing, like there is a piece of the puzzle that we cannot quite find. You live your days working, striving, praying, hoping, yet deep inside there is a gnawing sense that more belongs to you. Something whispers in your spirit. This is not all there is. There is something greater that has been kept from you. And the whisper is right. You own something, something tangible, something real, something of immense value. It is not simply a dream, nor a passing thought. It is your inheritance, your rightful possession. Yet you walk unaware, while someone else quietly conceals it from your eyes. Imagine walking every day past a house, beautiful and sturdy, with walls that have stood the test of time, with doors that open to rooms filled with light. A place that could shelter you, anchor your family, and carry your future. Now imagine that this house already has your name written on its title deed. The land belongs to you. The keys are meant for your hands. And yet, you keep walking, homeless in spirit, weary in body, while another person, a lady cloaked in secrecy, hides the truth that it is yours. This is not just a story. This is a warning. This is an unveiling. Too many live as strangers to their own blessings. They have wealth, but never touch it. They have opportunities, but never step into them. They inherit property, but die never knowing it was theirs. Why? Because someone, somewhere, has made it their mission to keep them blind. The woman in this story is not always a literal person. Sometimes she is. She may be a relative who withholds the papers. She may be a neighbor who knows the truth but chooses silence. She may be an agent of greed who hides documents, who covers names, who whispers falsehoods to keep you from ever asking the right questions. But at other times, this lady is symbolic. She represents deception. She represents the forces of distraction that keep you from seeing clearly. She is the embodiment of delay, of manipulation, of spiritual blindness. She hides behind charm, behind busyness, behind the noise of life. She wants you ignorant, because ignorance keeps you from claiming what is rightfully yours. Yet the time of ignorance is over. When truth knocks, it does not knock gently. It shakes the doors of your understanding. It demands your attention. And today, the truth is shouting, you own more than you know. You carry more than you think. What is yours has been hidden, but it will not remain hidden forever. There is an urgency in this revelation. Not tomorrow. Not one day. Today. Because delay is dangerous. Every day you remain unaware, another day is lost. Every hour you stay silent, another hour is stolen from your destiny. The house is yours, but if you never rise to claim it, someone else will live in it. The truth you are about to uncover is both literal and spiritual. It is about physical inheritance, yes, but it is also about spiritual inheritance, emotional wealth, and divine placement. This is about the territory heaven has assigned you, and the enemy has done everything possible to cover it with veils. You are reading this because time is short. A call has gone forth, and it has found you. The truth is rising like dawn, and soon nothing will be able to conceal what has always been yours. The question is, when the light exposes what has been hidden, will you be ready to step forward and claim it? Hidden inheritances are among the greatest tragedies of human life. They are treasures that belong to you, yet remain locked away behind walls of secrecy, ignorance, or manipulation. They are not always pieces of land, stacks of money, or properties with your name on them, though at times, they are exactly that. More often, they are the blessings, opportunities, and divine assignments that heaven has marked with your name long before you were born. Think of an inheritance. It is not something you earn through endless toil, it is something that is already yours by right. It was prepared for you, preserved for you, and set aside for you. It is a legacy, a gift handed down. When a parent passes, they leave behind what they worked for, so their children will not start from nothing. When heaven releases a blessing, it is not because of endless labor, but because of covenant and promise. Yet the painful truth is this. Many people die without ever stepping into what belonged to them. They leave this earth still renting, still struggling, still searching for crumbs, while a table filled with bread was always theirs. Why? Because somewhere along the line, what belonged to them was hidden. Hidden inheritances can take many forms. A physical possessions, a house, land, or wealth in your name that you have never seen. Documents tucked away in a drawer. Titles that bear your bloodline, but not your knowledge. Perhaps someone signed their will and sealed your name in it, but another person took advantage of your silence and hid the truth. Opportunities, a door you should have walked through, but someone deliberately closed. An introduction that never reached you. A business partnership, a scholarship, a connection, or a promotion that was whispered about but never revealed. Spiritual blessings, joy, peace, clarity, vision, these are also inheritances. Yet deception, distraction, and spiritual warfare often cover them. It is as if the light is shining, but someone has drawn thick curtains around your life, so you live in shadow instead of radiance. What makes hidden inheritances dangerous is not only their concealment, but the way they rob you of identity. When you do not know what belongs to you, you settle for less. You begin to think, maybe this is all life has for me. Maybe I was never meant for more. Yet all the while, heaven is declaring, more was always yours. Consider this, a prince raised as a beggar will live beneath his calling, not because he lacks inheritance, but because he lacks revelation. His inheritance exists, but hidden, he will never walk as the son of a king. In the same way, you can be the rightful owner of a house, a land, a destiny, and still live as though you are a stranger to it. This is why blessings are often fought over so fiercely. The enemy does not waste energy hiding things that are worthless. He hides what is powerful, valuable, transformative. The house he conceals from you is not just brick and stone, it is a symbol of stability, security, and generational wealth. The opportunities hidden from you are not mere chances, they are turning points that could change your life's direction. The spiritual blessings withheld are not small comforts, they are the very fuel of your destiny. And so, hidden inheritances become battlegrounds. They are veiled not by accident, but by design. Someone benefits from your ignorance. Someone gains while you remain blind. The lady who hides your house, whether literal or symbolic, profits by keeping you from claiming it. She stays in power, she keeps control, she feeds on your silence. But here is the truth, what is hidden is never lost. A blessing concealed is not a blessing destroyed. Just because you do not see it does not mean it does not exist. A deed folded in darkness still bears your name. A door unannounced still waits for you to walk through it. Divine timing often works like this. First concealment, then revelation. Many inheritances are hidden until the appointed hour. Sometimes it is to protect them until you are ready. Other times it is to test your perseverance and hunger for truth. And yet, there comes a moment when the veil is lifted. When the whispered secret becomes a shouted announcement. When the inheritance long concealed bursts forth and demands recognition. That moment is dangerous and urgent, because when the hidden becomes revealed, you must decide whether to act. Hidden inheritances are only blessings if they are claimed. A house that belongs to you but is never entered remains an empty structure. A destiny unclaimed remains a shadow of what could have been. This is why heaven is stirring you now. This is why you are reading these words at this precise moment. Because the season of concealment is ending, and the season of revelation is beginning. Your inheritance, whether a literal property or a divine calling, is too valuable to remain in darkness any longer. The question that now hangs before you is this: will you awaken, or will you remain asleep? Will you believe that there is more, or will you dismiss it as fantasy? Because belief is the first key. Awareness is the first weapon. If you do not awaken to the possibility that there is something hidden for you, you will never have the courage to pursue it. What is yours is waiting. What is hidden must come into the light. And the one who has concealed it, the lady in secrecy, will not be able to hold it much longer. Who is this lady? Why is she hiding what belongs to you? And what does she gain by keeping you blind to your own inheritance? This is the mystery that has haunted countless lives across history, the presence of a person, or a force, that deliberately conceals what is rightfully yours. She is not always obvious. She does not always appear in the form you expect. Yet her influence is undeniable, for where she operates, delay, confusion, and silence surround your blessing. Let us peel back the layers. At times, this lady is a literal figure in your life. She may be someone in your family, an aunt, a sister, a stepmother, a widow, who holds the keys to information you were never meant to discover. Perhaps there is a property document with your name on it, yet she has folded it neatly and hidden it in a drawer. Perhaps a will was written naming you as heir, but she has burned the evidence or buried it under piles of distraction. It is not always out of necessity that she hides it. Sometimes it is out of greed. She knows that if you discover the truth, she loses her power. She benefits from your ignorance. As long as you do not know you own a house, she can live in it, rent it, or profit from it. As long as you never see the papers, she can pretend it never existed. Other times, she hides it out of jealousy. She does not want you to rise higher, to walk freer, to stand stronger. The thought of you claiming what belongs to you threatens her position. It rattles her security. So she does what is easier. She covers your eyes and prays you never ask the right questions. Still other times, she hides it out of fear. She may convince herself that you are not ready, or that it is better this way. But behind those excuses is the same truth. She has taken it upon herself to decide your destiny, when in fact destiny was never hers to control. Yet we must also recognize that this lady is not always a flesh and blood person. Many times, she is symbolic. She represents the forces that cloak truth in darkness. She is deception, whispering lies to you so subtly that you never think to look deeper. She makes you believe you are poor when you are already rich. She convinces you that you are homeless when a house already belongs to you. She keeps you small, not by stealing your possessions outright, but by blinding your perception. She is distraction. She fills your days with busyness, endless cycles of survival, so that you never pause to ask the critical questions. She keeps your eyes fixed on the urgent, so you miss the important. While you chase scraps, she sits on treasures. She is delay. She creates roadblocks, red tape, unnecessary obstacles that keep you from reaching the truth. Every time you get close, another problem arises. Every time you ask, another answer is withheld. She thrives in buying time, because time weakens memory, and weakened memory makes you forget what was once yours. She is intimidation. When you finally begin to sense something is hidden, she raises fear. She tells you, don't go looking, you might regret it. Or, if you ask questions, you'll cause trouble. Fear is her weapon, for she knows that courage shatters secrets. How do you know this lady is at work in your life? There are signs, if you pay attention. An unexplained resistance. Every time you try to advance, you encounter unusual obstacles. A missing information. You sense there are details about your family, your property, or your destiny that no one is telling you. A patterns of secrecy. Conversations stop when you enter the room. Papers are hidden. Stories are incomplete. A recurring dreams or nudges. Spirit whispers to you in the night, hinting that there is more than meets the eye. A inner unrest. You cannot explain why, but something inside keeps telling you, there is something you do not know. These are not coincidences. They are indicators that truth is being concealed. The lady may have hidden your inheritance for years, perhaps even decades. But here is the truth. What heaven seals with your name cannot be erased by human hands. She may delay the revelation, but she cannot destroy it. She may cover it for a time, but she cannot rewrite destiny. Revelation always comes. Darkness cannot cover light forever. Sooner or later, the truth pushes through cracks in the wall. The hidden document surfaces. The whispered story slips through careless lips. The Spirit awakens your discernment, and suddenly, you begin to see. That is why she trembles. She knows her grip is temporary. She knows her deception has an expiration date. And that date is approaching swiftly. The most dangerous thing for the lady hiding your inheritance is your awakening. The moment you realize something has been concealed, the battle shifts. Awareness is your weapon. Questions are your torch. Persistence is your key. Do not underestimate the power of asking, of investigating, of seeking truth. What is hidden feeds on your silence. Break the silence, and you weaken her hold. Spiritually, you must also rise in prayer, discernment, and faith. For this lady is not just an individual, she is a system of concealment. To overcome her, you need more than curiosity, you need courage and clarity from heaven. When you begin to see her for who she is, whether she is a literal woman in your family, or the symbolic figure of deception, you strip her of her disguise. And once unmasked, her power fades. Why is it urgent that you uncover her schemes now? Because blessings unclaimed can be stolen. Inheritances ignored can be reassigned. Houses left unattended can be occupied by strangers. Opportunities passed over can close permanently. The lady hiding your blessing counts on your delay. She thrives on your passivity. But if you rise now, if you act before it is too late, you will claim what is yours and break her grip once and for all. She has hidden your inheritance long enough. The time of concealment is over. The truth is stirring. The locks are loosening. And soon, the keys will be placed in your hand. If the truth were simple to uncover, you would already be living in your rightful house, enjoying your inheritance, and walking in complete freedom. But there are obstacles, designed barriers, that keep you from realizing what belongs to you. These obstacles are not random. They are intentional, built to delay, confuse, and weaken your pursuit of truth. The greatest obstacle is simply not knowing. When you have no idea that something is hidden, you will never search for it. Ignorance creates a false comfort. You think you are living your full life, when in fact you are living only a fraction of it. This blindness is the enemy's first and strongest weapon. Many sense there is something hidden, but they are too afraid to ask questions. Fear whispers, if you bring this up, you will cause conflict. People will hate you. You will lose relationships. Fear freezes you, convincing you that silence is safer than truth. Yet silence only strengthens the one hiding your blessing. Those who conceal inheritances often weave a web of lies. They twist stories, erase details, or create false narratives that make you doubt your suspicions. They may present themselves as protectors when in reality, they are prison guards. Deception is powerful because it does not only hide the truth, it makes you mistrust your own instincts. Life's endless demands, work, bills, responsibilities, often drown out the whisper of destiny. You become so caught up in surviving that you forget to ask if you are truly living. Distraction is a thief in disguise, keeping your eyes off what matters most. Beyond the physical and emotional barriers lies spiritual warfare. Darkness resists revelation because light exposes and liberates. This is why, when you draw closer to the truth, strange delays, unexpected conflicts, or sudden discouragements appear. It is not coincidence. It is resistance. These obstacles are real, but they are not unbeatable. Awareness is the first victory. By naming them, you weaken their power. And by rising with courage, persistence, and faith, you pierce through the fog and move closer to uncovering the inheritance that has always been yours. When the moment of revelation comes, it may feel overwhelming. Suddenly, what was whispered in your spirit becomes undeniable. The hidden documents surface, the conversations are exposed, the veil is torn away, and you see clearly that what you thought was out of reach has been yours all along. The question is, how do you respond? The first reaction many have when the truth surfaces is disbelief. Could this really be mine? Am I worthy of this? Maybe it's a mistake. That hesitation is exactly what the enemy hopes for. Do not doubt what heaven has confirmed. If your name is on it, it is yours. If the Spirit reveals it, it belongs to you. Revelation requires action. Once you see the truth, you cannot return to ignorance. You must take courage and claim what belongs to you, whether that means asking hard questions, confronting those who hid it, or taking practical steps to secure your inheritance. Fear will tempt you to stay quiet, but boldness is your ally. The moment you discover the hidden blessing, know this, resistance will rise. The one who concealed it will not release it easily. Protect the truth with prayer, discernment, and wise counsel. Gather evidence. Keep records. Guard your words until the right moment. The uncovered inheritance must be defended until it is securely in your hands. Do not let anger at the years of deception consume you. Yes, it was hidden. Yes, time was lost. But now it is revealed. Gratitude transforms bitterness into strength. Use the blessing not only for yourself but as a foundation for others, your family, your community, your destiny. The house is not just walls and bricks, it is legacy. Every revealed blessing must be sealed in prayer. Dedicate it to God. Anchor it in faith. By doing so, you ensure that no new scheme can strip it away again. The hidden truth, once revealed, is both a gift and a responsibility. The moment you see it, claim it, protect it, and walk in it, because revelation wasted is blessing lost. Time is the one resource you can never recover. Houses can be rebuilt, documents can be found, opportunities can be restored, but the days you lose in silence and delay can never be returned. That is why this moment is so urgent. You cannot afford to wait, to shrug, to tell yourself, maybe one day I'll look into it. Because every day you postpone, someone else profits from what belongs to you. Think carefully about this. The house you do not claim may be lived in by strangers. The land you never ask about may be sold while you sleep. The spiritual inheritance you ignore may be buried until the end of your life. Delay is the greatest thief, and passivity is the weapon it uses against you. This is your call to rise, to open your eyes, to ask the questions you have been afraid to ask, to confront the silence that has hung over your family or your destiny for too long. The truth has been hidden, yes, but it is not gone. And now the Spirit is stirring you because the time of exposure has come. Do not underestimate what is at stake. This is not only about a house of brick and stone. It is about stability, identity, and generational blessing. It is about proving to yourself, your family, and the forces of darkness that you will no longer live beneath your calling. It is about taking hold of what heaven wrote with your name before the foundations of the earth. Hear this. The lady who has hidden your inheritance cannot win unless you remain silent. Her power is built on your ignorance. Her strength is fueled by your hesitation. The moment you act, her control begins to crumble. The moment you say, no more secrecy, no more delay, I will uncover what is mine, you shift the balance forever. But you must act before it is too late. Time is a door, and doors do not stay open forever. Opportunities can expire. Properties can be reassigned. Blessings unclaimed can fall into the hands of others. What belongs to you today must be pursued today, because tomorrow is not promised. This is your urgent call. Arise in prayer. Ask the questions. Investigate the whispers. Refuse to settle for silence. Take steps, practical and spiritual, to claim what is yours. Do not allow fear to hold you. Do not let intimidation silence you. Do not let distraction steal one more day. The truth has already begun to break through. The veil is lifting. The inheritance is waiting. The house is yours. The blessing is yours. The destiny is yours. But only you can claim it. The time is now. Step forward. Uncover what belongs to you before it is too late.